up initially as a fan group to Ranting Monkey, Scribelite, Some Dumb American, and their joint Lords of the Night livestream show. Late night discussions in Discord quickly evolved into streams of their own, with each member bringing something new and different to the table for discussion. Led by the incomparable Reject PPC and the One-Ton Hammer, the group rotates hosts known as Zookeepers.
Hello everybody and welcome to Minions of the Zoo. I am your host for this evening, One-Ton Hammer.
I will be your zookeeper tonight, Reject.
Alright, and welcome to the zoo. I am the Lucky Pop-Tart Inquisitor.
Sanguine. Skep Tock.
I'm Prospero.
Gassy.
And I'm Delahazed.
Regular streamers, they're known as minions, and special guests are known as traveling exhibits. They're on a nightly basis, so that each show has something unique and fresh for our audience. Minions of the Zoo currently streams at 10:30 Central Standard, 11:30 Eastern Standard Time.
Let's be xenophobic. It's really in this year. Let's find a nasty, slimy, ugly alien to fear. There's no more cutesy stories about E.T. phoning home. Let's learn to love our neighbors like the Christians learned in Rome. We know we ought to hate them. They're different, you see. We've seen they're mean and ugly on movies and TV. The folks that ought to know have told us how it's got to be. The gospel truth is found in scenes from Alien and V. Let's wipe out any life form that seems to be a threat. We'll serve them up a genocide they never will forget. 'Cause if we miss a couple, they'll breed a couple more. And soon we'll all be hating twice as many as before. You see, aliens can never be as good as humankind. A more delightful race than us you'll never ever find. So step aside, you star slime, we're ready for your worst. We know you want to beat us, enslave us and defeat us, oppress us and browbeat us unless we get you first.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the zoo. I'm your Zookeeper for Night Inquisitor. Minions joining me are JenTMaxi. I have to say the full name. And Mr. Adam, even though he doesn't have the full name, we have to give him his proper title and nomenclature of Clan Veggie the First.
Yeah.
How is everyone this evening?
How's it going?
Yeah, it's going all right, man.
I mean, hold on. I'm still watching the intro. Oh, wait. There we go. Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
Hey,
Sorry, it's a timing thing.
Hey, Sir Adamantine! Minion! Sir Adamantine! Thank you for coming over to our backup channel, my guy. Because we needed to man the bunkers for a little bit. Susan has gotten out the guns and shot our beloved tiger, Harambe style, for a little bit. And so we're picking up the pieces and needing to move our zoo. How's everyone else this evening?
I can't believe that we got suspended for such bullshit.
But you just don't want to talk about the verboten topic, is what you can't talk about.
Which I'm not going to bring up the topic because I don't want to be the cause of that again.
This channel,
even though I still don't know. I still can't know if it was me or if it was him, and it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It's the topic.
No, it doesn't. Yeah,
it doesn't. It's
the
topic.
It's not what you said or anything about the argument and like its intellectual veracity or anything like that. It's a verboten topic. Period. You can't talk about it. You can't talk about it.
And that means that YouTube can't claim that it's a free speech platform.
It's not.
And they try to make it seem like they are, but in all honesty, if you are going to play yourself off as a private platform, fair enough. Then don't take the tax dollars for it. Sure. I refuse to let them have the tax payer. Don't even put it in your title, Susan, because it's not true. Because, and I'm going to say, we're not talking about the topic. We're talking about why you went after us.
YouTube censorship?
Because at no point did we say that anything we were saying was concrete factual. We were taking our information from other places that were possibly factual, but you will never know. You will never know because I don't think it matters if it was factual.
No,
You know
it
what?
doesn't.
You know what, Jen? Hold on. Jen, I 100% support that logic. You know what? Just because somebody says something, just because somebody might believe something, doesn't mean that it's 100% true. Okay?
Yeah.
So let's keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen. When you sit there and start talking about, Adam and some goofy theory shit going on,
Oh no.
it's
theories about Adam going around.
no, it's theories and it's not real.
And
So just
conspiracies involving
Yeah.
Adam.
it's
Part of
it's
the
fun.
Bilderbergs. I always knew it.
It's
a demon.
it's fun to play around with, but let's be real.
He's a demon.
Sons of a bitch.
He's a demon.
He's a demon.
He's a
people.
goddamn demon.
It's just the simple fact of the matter. I've never once claimed to be a professional on anything. No topic that I ever bring up it's usually a hobby. A lot of the information that I will refer to on any topic, it's usually based off a hobby. I expect some of it to be wrong. I hope some of it's wrong because then I can learn from it a little bit. But the stuff that we're talking about up here, it's not so much about the politics. I would love to drop most of the topics that I'm talking about because they're old and they're boring. The fact that they're still going on is why I am talking about it, because I'd like it to move on. And I know why it can't. I know why it can't. But it's very frightening where I am right now because of stuff like that. Like, it's actually not that bad. It isn't. But you see enough stuff like that and you're like, yeah, you just want to talk about it for a few minutes. And then I can move on to something else, like a video game that hopefully doesn't have politics in it, because guaranteed that'll have politics in it now too. Yeah. Or a movie. Oh wait, that'll have. Or a book. Oh wait, that'll have. Or anything, just anything. I am gonna start doing my own streams eventually. Like I want to do some gaming streams, during the day. Just get back into that stuff without politics necessarily, unless it's something funny. Like, I don't mind the odd joke. I miss that. Where politics was just taking the piss for 5 seconds and then moving on. But it's not like that. And that's part of why I was getting that shit out. I do take a break from my own politics, by the way. If you don't do that up here, you really have nothing better to do. You really don't. I would say that you're the people kind of still living at home, not making any money. And I am saying that as somebody from personal experience who did that.
I don't know that you necessarily need to make money. I was just saying you need to get a fucking hobby.
Yeah. Because that was what was enjoyable about these streams in the first place. It's like, it wasn't necessarily just about making money. It was more just having fun, hanging out with friends, talking about shit, talking trash, and maybe there's an article that you might talk about, and you just want to see somebody's response to it.
The way I saw it is that the Minions of the Zoo is this is my perception of it, right?
Mhm.
What we always were and what we will always be is we will be the corner of the bar. We will be the disparate intellectuals, pseudo-intellectuals, the idiot students still learning their shitty degrees at the student union talking bullshit. That is what we are. That is what we will always be.
Yes.
And anyone trying to take that more seriously than that, you need to get a fucking hobby. AKA, get a fucking hobby, Susan.
Like,
I know we're small fries. We're tiny little fish. We're the sub krill that the krill eat. But you gotta think here. Who are we influencing with that? I hope no one. I hope no one is influenced by literally anything I say. The only thing I hope that I do with anything that I say is I hope to encourage you to go out and form your own opinion. That's all I want.
Well, hold on, dude. that's kind of like what you said earlier while we were discussing, and this is, I guess, a little insight to the goings-ons behind the scenes is we are getting to that point of, we're gonna have to pass the baton. We are the Chirarii at this point, so we're gonna have to look at the frontline people and hopefully instruct them as to be studious and upright to hold the line.
Well, that's really what it all comes down to, is the fact that you want people to form their own opinions. You don't want a bunch of yes men. You don't want a lot of people that are just fucking going off and wanting to do what they're told and only what they're told, because that is a free man's prison.
Well, here's the thing. The other thing that we're all trying to do at the same time, though, like while we are just formulating opinions, we're also just trying to entertain an audience.
Well, yeah, just trying
like
to
for a
fun.
few minutes of fun, while we're talking shit about shit, we just want people to laugh or have a good time.
Are you implying you're entertaining people there, Jen?
I try.
Ooh, delight.
Sometimes I try. It doesn't always work. I'm not for every audience. I'm not always.
Don't worry, Jen. Everyone's a critic, including Adam.
Yeah, I'm the worst critic. It stinks.
It stinks.
But there's the hope that even if I was saying my opinion and it was something completely ridiculous, if all I got was a laugh from people from it, which I have.
Sure.
Have I ever told you guys about the way I went after the Brits the last month? Oh, I should tell you that one, because I don't understand infrastructure at all. But I learned that if you go to England, you'll find houses with 12 to 18-inch thick walls still. And I was like, really? Because I'm used to living in an area that maybe is just close enough to Tornado Valley where we don't build like that anymore. Mm-hmm. And I was like, is this a castle? I'm like, no, this ain't a castle. I'm like, are you in a government building? No. It's a farmhouse? Holy shit, it's a farmhouse! I understand why it is like that, but it was one of those things where, they're presenting me tea, and I'm like, drink coffee, motherfucker. I got over it. I actually enjoyed the infrastructure. I was learning from it at the same time, but it was just like, they got thick walls, big booty walls.
That's fine.
They're thick.
The British need to be taken down a peg or two,
They're thick. And I was just...
1776 will commence again.
So I was aware that what I was saying was ridiculous. Like, it was just a minor cultural shock. And I don't remember if you said you were from Italy or not, Adam, but you gotta understand what I said about Italy was even worse.
What's... Okay. First...
I don't think anyone.
Hold on. Let me confirm. Hold on. Let me confirm. Jen, you're Canadian, correct?
Yeah, I'm Canadian.
Okay.
You would think we would have thicker walls.
No. I don't think Canadians have thicker walls. And did you say you questioned if I was an Italy?
I couldn't remember if you said you had an ancestry from Italy or not. It's one of those things. I talk to a lot of different people on the internet, and I try to keep everyone I talk to.
How did I go? Wait, how did I go though? Italy.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you had Italian ancestry or not. I didn't want to make up shit. I was worried if I got you wrong.
Okay, no, I'm gathering the information.
At least Jen did say Italy and Italian, not
Dude,
Italy
and
Italian.
Look,
I heard that before. For a whole moment, she said Italy and then Italian. I was like, what?
You understand? I'm sitting here and and I'm just showing this in the Canadier. And okay, so Lily, Canadian, and there we go. And let's go, Papa. Oh, Jen.
Listen, I've been to Italy. I've been to Rome. I went through some of the smaller towns that I just can't pronounce and do it properly, so I don't want to try. I'm gonna butcher a language if I try.
It's fine. It's Italian.
But it's a beautiful country. But like they were going through, it's one of those things where you find abandoned buildings. I've told you about this quiz.
Okay.
But you know they were going through different towns in Italy, and I was not judging them because I disliked them. I was judging them because it was stuff that was crumbling because of where it's built.
Well, I'll judge Italians. You guys gave us the fucking Jersey Shore. On my opinion, that's a war crime, man. How dare you?
That is true. I mean, despite all the good foods, I mean, Jersey Shore, come on. And Snooki?
Dude,
Why
I didn't
not?
even know what a Snooki was. Okay, here's the thing, right? I somehow got a subscription to Rolling Stone magazine. Like, it was arriving at my place back when I lived with my parents with my name on it. I'm all like, I don't remember getting a subscription to fucking Rolling Stone. But nevertheless, they showed up, and I remember one of the magazines, it had a cover on it that said Snooki's Wild Ride. I looked at it. I stared at it for a good, like, maybe 5 minutes, just in the vestibule after getting the mail, and I'm all like, what the fuck is a Snooki? And I'm like, I'm gonna read this, and if it pisses me off, I will remember, a grudge will be formed until my dying day. And needless to say, a grudge has been formed.
Well, I also think it's just my learning type. Like, I'm the type of person where I don't really absorb everything at first shot, or at least I don't in the same way. Because, like, I did do a tour of Europe. You know, I went through Italy, I went through Switzerland, we went through France, we went through England. But I was so young and kind of scared at the time because I was just, like, going from place to place, and I was trying to keep up with my mom. And, the only people I could find in our tour group were the Americans because they were tall. Everyone else was short as shit. So in a crowd, I was like, oh god, I'm gonna get lost.
God, Adam, you might be Italian.
You know? Like, everyone was short. Everyone was short. So don't, like, if you are, don't worry about it. Go home to Italy and you'll be like, hey, I'm right back home.
Sorry, Adam.
I didn't know what to do.
I saw the low-hanging fruit, Adam. I had to. I'm sorry.
You know what? Hey, you know what? Look, being a 5'5" guy there's nothing wrong with that, okay?
Yeah.
And I don't think I'm not Italian, so I can't speak on that. But
I didn't know. I didn't want to.
Why are you bringing this up, Jen? Come on.
Because
What the shit? I'm
Hey,
glad
Adam
that,
is
you
a
know
short
what?
king, all right?
Hold on. You know what? I'm glad. Just like last night, I'm glad that we are struck, and these are the episodes that are gonna be
Only
you know.
the hardcores are ever gonna see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna be seeing this shit. Son of a bitch. Look, hey, you know what? And hey, I will say, there's some beautiful women who don't mind about short guys.
Oh, yeah,
So we'll
absolutely.
give you that.
Yeah.
They just, insist on
only the
eating you
cunts
onions.
want you to
and-
be like 6 foot tall, man. Fuck those.
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah. Well, wait, what? Can't be that harsh on it. I will say,
I'll be that harsh. Fuck them and fuck
Yeah.
Susan.
fuck you, Susan.
It also doesn't matter as much as you'd think. This is one of those things where I hate our current generation in general. It doesn't matter if you have titties or not. There's so much judgment for things that honestly don't always matter. And I'm saying this is like, yeah, it's nice when you think you got a partner that's really good looking, but you know what's even better is when you have a partner who actually understands you. And it means that you actually both make each other happy.
No, yeah, when she can make you laugh, she got some nice freckles, and she can cook you a nice meal. Yep, that's.
It really
I'm with
does. Because, like, looks don't last forever. Like, right now, I've hit a hot spot. I don't know how I did it, but I did. But I'm, like, looking at at my life going, you know, this hotspot that I have might only last for 10 years. 10 years from now, I could be old looking as shit. I don't know. I'm taking good care of myself to the best of my abilities, but I look around me and I'm like, yeah, I don't know what the future is going to be like. But rather than worried about my looks, I'd rather have someone who really likes my personality, because when I'm old and I don't look good, the shallow shit that everybody cares about, you're going to end up like, unless you have money, you're going to end up like Madonna, who looks like the grown-up version of Megan.
Oh my god, have you seen that recent photos she posted?
The grown-up version of Megan.
The last thing from Madonna I saw was when she was naked in the bathtub,
Ew.
talking about the verboten topic. And
That's verboten.
and then the other one where she was singing about eating fried fish. And I thought it was so fucking, like, if I did that and I went back and watched that, I would eat a bullet. That's all I'm saying.
Just, I don't want to be that level of lonely. Like, she's depressing, in all honesty.
Yeah.
And everyone boosting her up, I'm like, you're feeding on, like, the worst case scenario.
It's sad. It's sad.
And on the other hand, I wish someone would call her out, because she is still going after 20-year-old men. Why is that not called pedophilia? I know that 20 is different when it comes to pedophilia. I know it's a different terminology, but it's still gross. I called it out the other day because the Playboy guy, Hugh Hefner.
Yeah.
Like, I get that the women who did that, you know, they got paid to, probably, or there was grift in there that they were getting something for it. But everyone thought he was a dirty old man for it. Let's be real.
Sure.
You know, and why doesn't she get that title? Because I think it's gross as shit that she does that. I do. It's weird.
Well, it's double standards for men and women, but the major thing for someone like Madonna especially is I'm surprised anyone's shocked by it. I mean, have you read her book?
No, but I'm not. I
mean, it sounds like the like straight out of the 70s, like fucking exploitation level of like screeds about wanting sex all the time and being an nymphomaniac and shit like that. It's shit like that. It dialed up to 11 because it's fucking Madonna and she's an attention whore. So, like, the very worst thing that she's guilty of is being such an attention seeker that she will do the most outrageous shit only for attention. And that includes, you know, sleeping with much younger men. Now, is that considered pedophilia, though, when you were talking about that? No.
It's just,
because
it's not necessarily the same thing.
They're over 18.
But...
And at that point, it's, you know, it's
not like
pedophilia.
check. It's still like check. Check would still do it. Like, check your logic still has a thing for Madonna. And it's not that I question that end of it. It's just, if you're looking at Hugh Hefner and calling him creepy for it, then you should be looking at
calling her creepy. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
You should be calling her creepy back in the 80s. But no, like the major thing for her and going after the younger men is definitely looking at the age. And if it's over 18, it's legal. Period. They're legally an adult. They can make their own decisions. Is it grooming or is it like predatory in nature? Could be, especially given her position of power, being a celebrity that she is. I also think that this is, again, just me and my perception of celebrity, you know, period, is why does literally anyone care what these people say? How have we fallen to such a degree that we give the slightest modicum of a fuck what Madonna thinks about literally anything?
So I can tell you why I wish I didn't have to. And it is that part of media that makes me avoid places like Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
It is, because I don't want to know about it. Like, I get taking the piss out of her with a meme on occasion. Yeah, okay, I can handle a joke at a celebrity's opinion. But I don't give a shit about her opinions. In fact, I'd rather boycott her opinions. I've been boycotting a lot of Hollywood for as long as I could get away with it. Anywhere where I could nip and talk and be like, you know what, you're all a bunch of fucking loonies.
Boycott?
You know,
say boycott?
I keep doing it.
You mean
Boycott.
There you go.
I keep doing it. I don't know why, but I do want to speak with my money, and I do want to give alternative sources my money, because I do want entertainment. I do want to give people a chance to entertain or do something, but I've had this view that Hollywood is a sinking cesspool of shit that peddles their garbage on everybody else, and they expect us to just eat it.
Yep.
And I'm like, I have no. You are a monkey that gets paid way too much to entertain me, and the only reason you get paid that is I get the name sells, but your name is no longer selling.
Yeah.
I would rather go see a Tom Cruise movie, who I don't like him either, but he's professional. I will take professional over unprofessional douchebag.
Possibly say that you don't like Tom Cruise. I mean, do you know his body Thetan count? How dare you?
I mean, have you seen Tropic Thunder?
Wait, he was in Tropic Thunder?
No. I don't think he was.
Yeah, wait. Shit. Was that the right name?
No.
Not Tropic Thunder. What was the movie where he was Rex Grossman?
You're talking. Wait, hold on. Fucking. Oh God. Show me the money.
Yeah.
No. Ah, jeez. Okay, hold on. Let me look up.
The joke just kind of fell flat there, Adam. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and then it's gonna pick up because it's gonna be. I really don't think it's Tropic Thunder. Does it?
Was it the one where he was mixing drinks?
Rex
Cocktail?
Grossman, the football player?
Oh, was he? He wasn't Tropic Thunder.
Oh, he
Yeah,
was, yeah.
Tropic-
No,
The
he
angry
was in
ball
Tropic Thunder,
producer.
Oh Jesus!
I didn't know that was fucking Tom Cruise.
And there it is.
It's Les Grossman. Les Grossman.
Oh,
Adam.
Lex. I'm sorry. Rex.
Rex Grossman's a
Les
football player,
Grossman.
Adam.
Well, there's my mistake.
That's why it took me so long to figure it out.
Yeah, Cocktail or Jerry Maguire.
Oh, jeez.
But yeah, it's just that's where I've been with Hollywood. Like, I've had this opinion, and maybe it's based off of. So I was one of those dumb kids who did eyeball Disney once upon a time because they did tours up here looking for kids. And my dad refused because that was at that time where the girl who played the voice actor for Ducky in Land Before Time, and she was the little girl in All Dogs Go to Heaven, when she died during that time period.
Okay.
And my dad put his foot down. He was like, "I want you nowhere near Hollywood."
Well, to be fair to the voice actress for Ducky, she didn't really get a choice about being shot and killed. It was her alcoholic father that was part of a.
And that's the thing with that one. It's one of those things where a lot of kids in that situation are literally being abused, if not by Hollywood, then by their parents.
Absolutely.
And
yes.
And Hollywood know.
Oh, yeah,
they knew.
Well, that, not only do they know, they somewhat encourage it, because then it's a whipped and cowed kid that will follow directions better.
And I put my foot down and I was like, this is something that I don't want. There are other places I could go to, and I admit I don't know that Japan's any better. I have no way of knowing that.
Well,
I don't.
Japan, the major problem is the fan culture in Japan.
And that's true.
The idol culture in Japan is fucking terrible and terrifying for the person that is the idol, the person who sings or dances or is a movie star or whatnot. The Japanese, like, it's been well known and well documented. The Japanese form like these weird parasocial relationships for their fans, and the fans, like 99.9% of the time, take it way too far.
See, there's nowhere that you can really go where it's somewhere even in the middle, because there's the other part of me too that doesn't like the thing where fans think that they're owed something. just like I don't think that I don't think Hollywood owes me anything. I don't owe Hollywood anything. You know, there's that balance of the two. I didn't like the stalking aspect. I didn't like the idea that I needed to know anything about a person outside of an interview that they had consented to. You know, where they're talking about a movie that I enjoyed watching.
Yeah, that's
you know,
the major problem, is that kind of thing is encouraged by the celebrity media and journalism. You know, they'll sit there and go off about all of these deep, dark secrets of an actor's life. It's like, bitch, I didn't need to know any of this. They're just a person. Why are you putting them up on a fucking goddamn pedestal? They're not a god. They're not better than anyone else. They just have a lot of money.
Like, the only time I have an exception is like, and that's just because I have a morbid sense of curiosity. Like the odd, weird psycho killer. Yeah, I'm a little weird that way, but it's none of my business. I don't want that everywhere for Hollywood. You know, like there's a certain level of none of my business. Unless it affects other people, like if it's a legal thing that affects other people, then yeah, maybe prop them up as an excuse to be like, don't do this shit. But other than that, no. Nobody's above the law, nobody's better than anyone else, and I don't kiss ass to anybody. You have to pay me money for that. A lot of money.
I'm still waiting on my check, Mark Ruffalo.
So Jen's willing to kiss some ass for the right price.
Hey, listen, I wouldn't easily be saying yes, but with enough money, maybe.
Realistically, what's your price, Adam?
What do you mean?
What's your price? Everyone's got a price.
Hey, look, my lady already knows that if she says, Adam, eat my ass, I'm right there to eat her ass. It's not a question.
Like, fuck
no
wifing, my name's Adam.
If my waifu says, Adam, I demand some ass eating. Look, it's all about context and
someone spread them and sit on my face.
Maintaining. Yeah, well, look, it's about maintaining the happiness. Happy wife is a happy life.
Yeah. I say,
right?
one of the things.
I'm not doing it to get a show and some stuff. So I don't know about you.
I don't care about show. I'm talking about money, man. I have to be paid to eat some ass.
There's no.
I'm not calling out anyone who likes to eat ass. I'm just saying, you need to pay me to eat some ass.
I'm just saying, if you're a celebrity with that kind of money and it's gonna ruin my reputation for life, then I'm gonna ask for a hell of a lot of money. Just saying, it's gonna have to pay for me to retire down by the river for life.
In a van down by the river.
You know, just saying, you're gonna have to pay for a lot, because I want to know I can support myself and be fine with nobody ever seeing me again.
In a van down by the river.
Hold on, Johnny. Isn't it past your bedtime, sir? You have to fucking go to sleep.
Yeah, I got about like 20 minutes to go, but I'm stretching it out a little bit because.
Johnny, that's pretty good. I like that one.
People.
He's still Eagle Balls to us, though. He will always be Eagle Balls. But no, okay. There's a story I'm gonna tell here. I took Japanese class in college and stuff. So there's some hilarious other stories I can tell. Like conjugation is very important in Japanese because I told my professor that I was a cannibal. One time that I remember, I walked into the class and his name is Kobayashi Sensei. And Kobayashi Sensei was sitting in the front of the room, and he's got his head on his hand and he's just, just kind of like, massaging his temples a little bit. And like all of us had gotten in there about a good like 10 minutes early, so he's just kind of shooting the shit with us, right? And he goes, let me try to get it here. He goes, when you learn to say, yes, honey, I'm sorry. You were right. I was wrong. Things will be peaceful. And that stuck with me to this day. I remember that line from Kobayashi Sensei.
It's not even a funny thing, dude. Look, if you want to be with your woman, keep her happy.
Yeah.
Jen, you don't understand this because
Power
you
women have
want
over
to-
men, yeah.
You want to fuck with your guy, but look, for the guy, look, hey, you want perfect balance. You try to keep your woman happy. That's what you go for.
I don't fuck with anybody. I'm just brutally honest about the reality of my situation.
I don't know, Jen. I don't know.
Trust me, you're not the only one I've had to be brutally honest to. Been like, hey, you know, I live across the ocean. I can't move.
You
have
don't
no money.
live across the ocean. There's
No.
what ocean separates Canada from the United States?
You're not the only. I'm sorry, Adam.
An
This is the
ocean
part
of
where
snow,
I have to
my
be.
friend.
I have to be real with you. You're not the only dude who's been like, hey, Jen, you know, I know you're single. I'm single, and I've been like, yeah, I can't do it. Sorry.
What? Hold on, Jen.
I don't even like being single.
Did I ever say that I was single? First off,
I don't even know. Actually.
there you go. So we can disclose that argument right off the bat.
Well, there you go. Congratulations.
There you
But
go.
I'm just saying, you were not the first dude to make the dude jokes, and like, hey, Jen, I'm like, listen, if my situation allowed travel.
Allowed Travel.
Money. If I had my own money or my own ability to travel, I would do it. But I don't.
Oh, get out of here.
And I ain't a mooch.
Sweetheart, I'd have you travel to me. Get out of here.
I ain't a mooch.
If I were working you, you'd be coming to me. You'd be traveling to the United States of America. You'd be signing up for a citizenship. Get the fuck out of here. You talking about me? Get the fuck out of here. Do you know how much game I have, sweetheart? You want to talk to me? Get out of here.
I ain't a mooch. What you talking about? I'm gonna bring my own end. Otherwise, I'm gonna be a mooch for life.
Are you?
Nah, that's kind of the thing. Is like I have to work on my resume a little bit more. It's like I'm good at stocking shelves. I can make food, but you know, in terms of the U.S.
Stocking. I wouldn't have you stocking shelves, sweetheart. I'd be taking care of you. You know. All right, let's go about it. So, I mean, it is chilly out here in Chicagoland, so.
There's nothing a Canadian wouldn't be prepared for.
I laughed at that story. Everyone was like, "It's so fucking cold." I'm like, "It is," but you know, if you want real cold. Hey, Costin, how you do? Actually, I don't know how he's doing. I lost my blind girl, so I don't have my Ontario friend to be like, so hey, Costin, how's the temperature going?
I guarantee you, Eeyore will tell you in exhaustive detail, and it's gonna. I'll just sneak peek. It's exactly the same as here in Chicago.
Yes, it's true.
Because you see, I can be cold, but sometimes we aren't as cold. It's the truth.
Wow.
I used to really enjoy rubbing that in when it was BG, because she was on Ottawa, and I'd be like, hey, it's plus 12. And she'd be like, fuck you, dirty Albertan, it's -4. And I'd be like, it's plus 12.
Well, I mean, we don't have to disparage against the different provinces, right? You know?
Of course I do.
You know, no, come on.
No, of course I do.
I was gonna say,
I'm trying to encourage them to move out here.
Of course,
If I can encourage them to move out here, we can balance the vote a little bit more and be like, fuck Trudeau.
Well.
Costin, move out here. I know that's expensive and you'd have to find where, but move out here. Fuck Trudeau.
Yeah.
Would it be worth it, though? What do you think?
With enough of us, yes, we could have the world's biggest party. We'd be like, fuck Trudeau. We'd call this the new land of fuck Trudeau land. Kidding.
I seriously don't know how that dude keeps getting away with it. You know, to cue the of course, cue the Jesse Pinkman gif. He can't keep getting away with it. But no, seriously, like, I've never heard of a dude so fucking unpopular from literally everyone that I talk to in Canada, from like every party, and yet still keeps getting fucking elected.
Well,
How?
that's why we think. Well, that's why I think, Susan. This is my opinion. Do not censor us for my opinion.
If
But
you
I
censor
think
anyone,
there's
censor me, because you can go fuck yourself, Susan. I don't give a
But
shit.
I think it's been entirely outside forces. When they make jokes about the Russia gate, yeah, I call it the WF gate.
The WF gate. What is the WF gate?
World Economics Forum.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, it's the Klaus. Klaus likes to touch your booty. He also he also used to be best buddies with he used to be best buddies with the mustache man. The mustache man.
Like
the mustache man that they
Schwab.
like. Oh yeah, that Klaus Schwab. Well, guess who mustache man's one of his buddies had a granddaughter, and she's now our economics minister, finance minister.
Wait, they just go ahead and toss him right in that position?
Her, yeah, absolutely.
Her? Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, and she's out. She's totally one of Klaus's. Like she is employed by them. She is. She's on their forum. She's an employee. She's a top employee. So if you want to know how he's still in, that's where my thinking is. I can't prove it because I definitely don't have any kind of material that would back that up.
Well,
and
listen,
if I did, I would be terrified that they would shoot me.
You wouldn't want to have yourself fitted for a tinfoil hat anytime soon.
I also wouldn't want them to. Well, for one thing, I don't have any kind of a platform, but you can tell what they're doing to Jordan Peterson, and he doesn't have any of that information either, and he doesn't talk about that shit, but he does have a platform.
Hold on. Speaking of platform, Quiz, do you think we have a platform with the zoo?
An incredibly myopic one, yes. Sorry, I'm eating my dinner.
Well, congratulations there, sweetheart. You are now part of a platform. Bum 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 bum. Spooky.
Yep. Yeah, that is what it is. I don't know. Like I said, it's up in air. It always has been. We haven't died yet. Although that's questionable. I am questioning our population.
No, I like teetering on the fact that we might be watched by people, and that we also might not be watched.
I know, right? I always want to do weird shit too, thinking that like, oh, is somebody watching me today? Let's scratch myself in the most weirdest way, just so they question me.
Okay, Jen. Look, we were talking about
make faces in the camera, just like, hey.
Hey, I think, mushrooms are kind of funny tasting. We're not talking scratching ourselves in different places. I mean,
maybe not you, but.
Well, hey, this. Look at how Sunday shows. Sunday shows used to be something. Oh, hey, actually,
I hosted pure chaos.
Yeah, tomorrow, we'll try and we're gonna do some Fight Cade. Fucking asshole.
I add him into Fight Cade, by the way, guys.
I fucking love this. I've been playing it so much. But I can't let Terry beat my ass tomorrow, so.
What game are you playing?
Well, he wants to play 2D fighting, so I'm gonna get some SNK versus Capcom 2.
He talks a good game about how shit he is. No, he's not. He's actually really competent, my guy.
He's an asshole, because that's what I mean. He'll sit there and say, "Oh, I don't know how to play the game," and then you fucking sit there and play the game, and he's like a genius at it.
Yeah, he's
Fuck
really
that,
good.
Terry. You know what?
I think he just is a genius. I know he says he's not, but I think he's got higher IQ.
You know what, Jen? And because you hang out with him on Wednesdays on the Minions of the Zoo. You know what? You should tell him to go easy on Adam. When
I will.
I'm like,
Hey,
hey,
you're gonna face him before Wednesday.
Come on, man. Yeah, dude.
He's probably going to apologize to me and tell me exactly what he tells me every time, and it's just he gets competent. He gets really competitive when it comes to games. Actually, so does Frosted. If you can ever get him to drag Frosted in with you, you might have a chance because he might try to beat Frosted before he goes after you. So you might be able to go around the two of them. But
okay, so
yeah, they're both very competitive when it comes to the game.
One guy who wants to beat your ass, and then it's the best strategy is to find the guy who also wants to beat your ass, and just try and get them to beat around themselves.
Yeah, basically.
And wait their turn to beat my ass. So okay, that's.
Or take them both out by using them both to take each other out.
Yeah.
that might work in in Quake 3 Arena, which, spoiler alert for those in the chat, we've actually been talking with Hammer about doing some Quake 3 as well. We want to start doing some streams like that. So maybe we can do that on I don't know, some day that we can all get together, maybe like Saturday or something. Or, well, no. Fuck, I don't know. Sometime. Because Hammer's got a thing about coming on the nights. But yeah, so we can get some Quake 3 Arena going. It's not really a fighting game, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's other ways you can fuck with each other.
I didn't know Frosted Glass was into fighting games.
Yeah.
I don't know necessarily. Well, he does do the Jack Gunsky, so I don't necessarily know that they're that games. But he is competitive about certain games. So if you talk to him about what games he does play, I wouldn't be surprised if he does play some things in common. But it's just, yeah, I would do something like that. But no, in all honesty, I just don't know all of what you guys have in common because I don't play every game. GTA is probably one of the newest games where I shoot shit. I've played 7 Days to Die, but I do like games where there's loopholes. Like 7 Days to Die, when you're all friends groups, you're not supposed to be able to hurt each other. But then you find out that there's loops in the game, and that makes it more funny. If you take a game and you learn how to play it not necessarily wrong, but a little bit wrong, with the intention of fucking with people, there's a certain grift to that.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't always work though, because not every game allows for it, but 7 Days to Die is my example, and I'm gonna pitch it because Cryptic's probably listening. But yeah, I found out because I hit him with a torch that you could light your friends on fire, and then I did.
Oh shit!
Yeah, 2 shots, and I had a flaming Asian man. Called it, but he deserved that. He had this tendency to wait until you were in your inventory to hit you with an axe. It doesn't hurt you. It's just really annoying because it moves your character while you're trying to focus on stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he was teasing Sora. It was just his thing to tease her. So he went off the map, and I'm like, hey Sora, if you pick up his bed and just put it back down, he's not gonna know. So when he dies, he's gonna respawn in all the way across the map. And so she then proceeded to beat it in front of him with her axe. So, like I said, there's ways that you can fuck with your friends. I didn't mean to fuck with her though. I was meaning to fuck with Cryptic. It still worked though, because he ran away in fear. Because I also told her about the torch.
Oh, well, to be honest, I never really trusted Sora.
Girl,
we're going to be going camping with her, right?
Don't fuck with her.
Yeah, that worries me.
Don't fuck with her. She'll glue your tape. Your toilet paper. She'll put glue on it.
I honestly it's a weird thing. To be honest, I feel more comfortable with Eeyore coming down than fucking Sora Luna. And
Sora, I would be insulted, and I would start planning some revenge.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure she already has her revenge shit going on. Their goofy ass accent. Oh yes, let me tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go over there and show Adam how an actual Canadian. Where's she from? Fucking Nova Scotia? I don't know. I don't trust this lady. I don't trust her as far as I can throw her.
probably feed you something with Romanian food in mind, and it would probably.
I'm
be
not gonna
delicious.
eat anything that she fucking offers.
Let's be honest. Let's be honest, guys. We're just gonna be eating from Sanguine all fucking time.
Yeah.
We're gonna be eating it.
And only because we're gonna see Sanguine cook it. We're gonna actually watch
He
Sanguine
takes
cook it.
pride in it, so of course we are.
Yeah. So we're gonna be like, hey, and look at this. We're actually searing this side of the steak, and it's a nice.
He'll like break it
proper
down
bone.
like in scientific terms,
Yeah.
right in front of you, man.
And then when Sora comes in there and, oh, look at, I've come here and I've brought you some bag of food that I've come from Canadian stand. And I'm like, yeah, no.
Why is she
sweetheart.
Irish?
I don't know. It's
He
a weird
He
accent.
just jumped right into the Irish then there, son. No issue. I'm gonna
I
be
know-
poison
hold on,
you
I know-
there, boyle.
I know she has like I think it's Hungarian accent.
Romanian. She's Romanian.
Yeah.
She's Romanian.
Mhm.
But
Romanian.
Adam,
Yeah, Romanian.
just to reassure you, she can't just do that. Like you can't, like you can take some food across the border, but you can't just take everything.
But
do
see,
you
we're,
mean?
we're gonna be hitting a grocery store on the island. So.
No, if she was really well, no, she couldn't do that either. Never mind. That would be illegal. They wouldn't even let her cross the border. If it was me and I could get away with it, I would bring funky cookies. And be like, you'd like these ones, but that would be illegal and I'd get in trouble.
What are you,
You know,
bringing?
pot.
Funky cookies?
Pot, you know, you're a marijuana fan. I'd exchange marijuana. What you talking about?
Well, why can't you just make funky cookies down here?
Well, she
Wouldn't
would
that
have
be
to.
better? Wouldn't that
She
be
would
a
have
better
to.
experience to like, hey, I'm going down and I'm gonna make some funky cookies?
Oh God, with
That'd be
Sanguine.
awesome.
That'd be funny
Yeah,
with Sanguine.
dude, like seriously. I don't know, like it's far enough out here. Maybe I can even get the apartment room at the hotel, so it's got the full kitchen.
Dude. And then we can bake some cookies. Oh, brownies! Holy shit!
There you go.
Bro.
So when are you? Excuse me. I'm still eating. Sorry. So when are you coming down here, Jen?
Yeah.
I gotta save up money. It's one of those things where like I'm doing okay.
What if
but...
we put up money for you?
Mm-hmm. Just get the plane ride. That's all you need.
Yeah.
Well, there's that, and the other thing.
You can hook up with Eeyore and hang out with him.
It's that, and the other thing that I'd have to do, and the other thing that I would have to do, I would have to look into now, and that's basically my passport. Because the last time I traveled was in like 2005, and that was to Europe, so it should still be relevant. But my government, in all ways, like yours, when it comes to things that it's important, like just updating a passport. Which, if it was worst case scenario, you would think it would take 6 months, and I would be okay with that. I could say yes if I knew that, because I'd still be in time. But I'm worried that they would hold on to it for a year because they're stupid.
Well,
because they're stupid.
You never know. We want to make this an annual thing.
Mm-hmm.
For those that don't know, for the audience here, for the sake of the audience, our little tiny audience here that is mostly regulars, we for the anniversary show, I don't even remember what fucking number it was, but Hammer archived it for us. We actually streamed from a remote tiny little island on Washington Island is the island, you know, the name of the island. And it was Sanguine, myself, Adam, and my roommate. And we actually, you know, got internet connection on our cell phone, and we're actually streaming from our campsite there. We kind of want to do this every year, around the same time, which is sometime in August. So we're looking to try and do that and get more and more, you know, minions and so on and so forth, people out there. I think it'd be fun.
Yeah, let me take a look into seeing how long that would actually take. Just because, like, I don't mind pitching in money or well, I need to update that anyway, because at some point I am going to want to travel. I just, I don't know what other people's experience have been like, because most of the people that I know who travel kind of always travel, so their stuff is already updated. You know, it's the long-term shit that I worry about, because I haven't traveled outside of my own province or my own country
I will say, passport updating is kind of outside of my purview. So
Yeah. Same.
That's kind of where I'm at.
yeah.
I was looking at the chat, thinking like maybe Costin knows, but probably not. Probably Eeyore does though. I should talk to Eeyore.
Yeah, because Eeyore should already have it done.
Yeah, his goofy ass should be able to solidify.
Well,
but
he went to America, I think, like either last year or the year before, and then he also went to Europe as well. So he's already got his passport updated. So yeah, he would be the one to talk to, Jen.
At least to give me a range, because like I mean, if it takes like a year, I'd still do it anyway. Like if I don't go this year, I can always go the next year.
Next year, yeah. Like I said, we want to make this an annual thing.
Yeah, and with this year, it's not only the hanging out and camping. It's I think Gen Con as well.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
that's the it's right now we're looking at a four episode type of thing where it's camping, hanging out, and then Gen Con.
Yeah, well, it's Gen Con first, but yeah.
Yeah,
we go. Our plan is currently to go to Gen Con, which, if you guys don't know what Gen Con is, it's the biggest...
Ren Fair and all that.
Well, no, it's the biggest tabletop gaming convention every year in Indianapolis, Indiana. Fucking massive. It's huge. And it's 4 days. So for people that like board games, for people who like card games, for people who like war games, like Warhammer, it's like a huge convention for that kind of stuff. And I know Chaos Eve is going to be joining us there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun. Yeah, she did mention
because
that.
She really likes Vampire the Masquerade. So that's like her big thing right now. And then for after that, we're planning on going back to Chicago, dropping gear off. So like I'm planning on taking a couple of armies, Warhammer armies, and like maybe we might take some gear and play some role-playing games or something like that there too. Some like maybe over the weekends shit. Who knows? And then after that, we're planning on going up to Door County, Wisconsin, and having our camping trip, our annual camping trip. And then after that, coming back down, dropping off all the camping gear, and then going back up to Bristol, Wisconsin, to the Renaissance Fair.
Oh, that's fun.
So yeah, it's a whole, nerdy, geeky, role-playing game, war game, something like that. And camping trip. Roughing it and up in off of the Lake Michigan and stuff like that. It's a whole huge ordeal. It's going to be a lot of fun. This last trip, this last year was fucking great. I had so much fun with it.
Yeah.
And that was, we did that. What did we do? What all did we do? I think it was just the camping trip, wasn't it? We went up there. Oh yeah. Okay. So what it was is that we went up to the camping trip and we came back, and then Zelthor from out in California came out and hung out with us for a week. So we had that going too. So I had 2 weeks off of work where it was just we had a camping trip, and then I was hanging out with Zelthor like all week.
I will say, if hold on, wait. Okay, just want to make sure my mic was on. I will say, the camping plot that they had, that Weibo had planned out, it worked with the giant tent that luckily Evie had set up for us. But
yeah,
holy shit, I personally would suggest either a more private plot, or if you're gonna do the same type of thing, have that same giant tent and smaller tents around it. Because it was more of it was pretty much people just pitching their RVs around, and you know. Hey, they're happy with it. That's
yeah,
cool.
if we do the camping bit again, which I'm not sure if we would, we'd have to talk to Weibo and see if she wants to do that again. What we could do is now I've had one hell of a week. I lost my car, so yeah, it was bad. I talked about it on Johnny Hellcat's stream. Some fucking dickhead came out to my car and cut off the catalytic converter with a saw.
Wow.
Yeah. So I brought my car. Well, I brought my car into the mechanic. I got a new catalytic converter and a new muffler and a new O2 sensor. The same day I got it back, I drove to work. And then on the way home, I get maybe a block away from work. And my frame cracks in half in the back of the car. Car's totaled. So, yeah, no, my Jeep is not going to survive. So, my whole plan is I hope to get another hatchback SUV. If I get a Jeep, cool. If I don't, I'm thinking one of the things I'm looking at is Subaru Outback. And the major reason why is because I want the trunk space to be able to hold all of our camping gear and stuff like that for this trip. Because you can ask Adam, man. I fucking drove all the way from where we are in Illinois all the way up to the fucking peninsula in Wisconsin. And the only stop we made along the way was to get gas and to see a friend of mine in Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin. So, the me driving is not a problem. It's just that I need the car.
Yeah. That's understandable.
I'm hoping I'm gonna talk with the person I'm currently borrowing the car I'm currently driving, seeing if I can cobble together a financial plan to save up a direct $5,000 to outright buy a Subaru Outback I've had my eye on. In, I want to say, Streamwood? It's this dealership in Streamwood, I believe it was. But yeah, so I was looking at that. That's my goal currently, and I'll have to, keep everyone appraised of it. But yeah. But one of the things that I was looking at, more to the point for specifically what Adam was talking about for that campsite that Weibo got us. There's this thing that I found on Amazon. It's like a sleeve that goes over the back of a hatchback for like either a hatchback car or a truck. So like an Outback or a Jeep Cherokee. And it's essentially a makeshift tent. Like it's a full-on tent that goes over the hatch. So you open up the hatch and you can lay out an inflatable bed inside the trunk of the car.
Yep.
So that's...
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I could see that.
That's one of the things I was thinking about doing to supplement the ability to have more people and not cram everyone into that cuddle puddle tent.
Hey man, I had no problem.
I know, you slept on the bench in my Jeep.
Yeah. I was like, dude, fuck this shit. I went right into this. This is a Jeep. That got crowded right quick.
I love that car, man. I did. I'm pissed it's gone.
Fucking people with their catalytic converters. I thought that was a thing of the past.
Nope. In fact, it's on the rise, my man. So, Mr. Yes, I'm painting an Eldar Ranger. Craft World Eldar Ranger. Which I need to get back to painting here. I was eating my fucking dinner.
Yeah, sorry for getting all quiet on you. I am probably gonna have to head off here probably in 20 minutes.
No, that's fine.
I am maximizing my time because I have to work early.
We've been going for an hour, so I think it's about time we can close up anyway. Yeah, I hope to see more and more people start joining us on these excursions. I think it'd be a lot of fun. It's the annual sort of idea that we got going. I think would be a lot of fun. So, we've been your Minions of the Zoo. Thank you all for coming out. And, Adam, are you going to be streaming on this channel or in your channel tomorrow?
Shit. I didn't even think. Fuck. I don't know. I guess maybe. Oh, okay. So here's an honest question.
Mm-hmm.
Can I start a whole new YouTube channel and be able to stream?
I don't know. I don't think so. Like from from square one, I don't think so.
Yeah, I thought you
think
need to have
wait
like
a week or something.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Shit. Well, maybe I'll probably do it for my own channel. I really don't.
Okay. I would say
Only
just let Hammer know so that he can pull the archive.
Yeah, I'll send him the link and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Only because I really don't like. I didn't start up my YouTube channel thinking I was gonna stream stuff, so AJ Ramon is kind of an odd fucking thing to stream from. But we'll go there. Only because Hammer has to speak some misinformation about COVID jabs.
Hey!
I'm sorry.
It is verboten. We don't
Verboten.
We don't want to say the word. Don't say the words. Don't say the line.
But as long as you're okay with saying "fuck you, Susan."
Well, yeah. Well, Susan can get fucked.
Yeah.
That's...
Right up the asshole.
I thought that was a requirement.
Oh my god, is that fucking Eeyore? Holy shit!
Holy
son
shit.
of a cunt!
Surprise donkey.
Surprise donkey, fucking Susan, right up the asshole.
Yeah. Fuck Susan.
You know what? Before we close out, I'm gonna take advantage of the fact that you're here now, because we were just talking about you 10 minutes ago. But Eeyore, I know that you're only really going to be able to give me a range, but as somebody who travels to the U.S., if I haven't gotten a passport since like maybe 2005, if I were to make an attempt to get one, how long would that take? Would you range that at 6 months or like a year up here?
Eeyore, please be positive in trying to get Jen to hang out with us in the U.S.
If you're looking for end of July, start of August, I'd give you a range. I'm just giving you the amount of space I would give free between then and now.
Yeah.
I would give a minimum of 2 months.
Okay, so it's not that bad then.
Yeah, I didn't figure it was going to be 6 months, Jen.
the average up here is 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah.
Eeyore,
okay. I've heard nightmares.
Please be a gentleman and
as well. If you've already made travel arrangements, you can actually, if the approval process has been completed, and this is how I actually got my passport, you can contact a passport office, say, hey, I need this. Vamoose, pay a little extra, I think it's $20 or so for this advance fee. They'll send the information to a local office. You'd show your proof of travel to said local office, and you can get it inside of 2 hours.
And
once the approval process is done.
Yeah.
And Jen, if you're looking at trying to hang out with I don't want to say good old Eeyore, but if you're gonna hang out with Eeyore and hang out with us down in that time period, I would happily toss in money to help you get your password. Yeah, for sure.
To help you.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
8 months away. I mean, yeah, it's perfectly reasonable.
If we're gonna get 2 Canucks, let's try and get 3 Canucks.
Yeah.
And Jen, one other thing. Actually, I have to look at the specific airport.
Yeah,
I can't believe
Patrick,
this
Adam, we need to start speaking their language. You know.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
We need to start using hockey euphemisms and stuff. Yeah.
You know what? If they start bringing maple syrup and poutine and all that shit.
Hey, man, I'm okay with poutine.
Oh, okay. Jen, could you stop me when I get to the airport nearest you? Calgary International?
Yeah.
Edmonton, Calgary?
Yeah.
Okay. It's because that and the other airports I was about to name have a U.S. pre-clearance, which basically means you go through customs at the airports you depart from, and then you essentially fly domestic.
Oh, that's good.
All right.
Yeah.
So it's not that bad. Okay.
Yeah, you don't have to deal with all the TSA bullcrap when you land in America.
Yeah. What's the average cost out of Calgary to O'Hare?
Calgary International to, let's see, YCL to, is it OGL?
OHA.
OHA. Is it OHA?
I believe so.
I'm looking for the code.
Yeah.
Flights, YCL, OHA. Because OHA doesn't sound like the right one.
Chicago O'Hare International Airport. Oh, sorry, ORD.
Yeah, ORD.
Yeah.
YCL. Actually, no, YCL isn't the right one. Is it YYC? Yes. YYC,
To
ORD. It's generating right now. Like if you actually, I'll look 30th through the 13th. I'm just using the same time frame.
Sure.
You're looking at 5.5
For round trip.
Oh, that's not.
round trip.
Nice.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
550.
Yeah, they've gone down. They've
Especially
gone down a
550
lot.
Canadian too. It's not even going to be all that expensive, Adam.
Wait,
Yeah,
for a
not at
round
all.
trip?
Like in comparison to last year, even.
Oh God, there's an arrangement where we be on the same plane because the cheapest ones are actually hopovers to YYZ first. That's where a lot of the cost is coming from.
Okay, so
yeah,
does that
that's-
save me on money, or
That's also going to be one thing that they're going to have to tell you in customs. It's a YYZ. Thank you very much.
now do you want to sit next to this Eeyore, or do you not want to sit next to this Eeyore?
Yeah, the cheapest non-stop is double that.
Oh,
5
jeez.
hours. Think about that. 5.
I think
It's
it's
not
stop
5
over.
hours. It's 2.
I think a stopover in Ontario is not that bad.
But it might feel like 5.
Better than $1,000.
Now let me tell you. Holy shit, Eeyore, why did you join? You joined so late at night.
Well, that's fine.
I know. It's just I love that.
I mainly joined because I came fresh out of watching football.
Oh, there you go.
Ah.
Yes, it is playoff weekend.
Who's in the contending? I don't even know.
Let's see. Yesterday saw the Chargers and Jaguars face off. Jaguars actually won that one.
Mm.
Also yesterday was the 49ers and Seahawks. 49ers won that one.
Mm.
And today the Bills eliminated the Dolphins. The Giants eliminated the Vikings. And I just watched the Ravens-Bengals game. Bengals move on.
Okay,
Ooh.
he's up to snuff. Because that's true.
The
You watched the
Bengals
same
are
thing.
actually in the playoffs? I can't believe
Yeah.
that.
No, yeah. You know what?
It's their second year as an AFC North champions.
Wow.
Eeyore, it'll be fun to smoke a nice fat pipe and watch some football with you.
I'll be right back.
We're gonna be in
Wrong
football
time of
in
year.
August, my guy.
Actually,
We'll
the
watch
last
them.
couple days we might rub up against the preseason.
True.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we've been going for an hour 13 minutes here, and I know Jen was wanting to get some sleep, and then a wild Eeyore arrived. So we'll continue this conversation offline or off air. We've been your minions of the zoo. Thank y'all for coming out. Be sure to watch tomorrow where Adam will be getting his butt kicked by Terry Diamantis and
Oh, man.
Well, that's fine. He handed me my butt a couple of times in Cat
You have
vs.
to
SNK.
spoil it.
And that's my wheelhouse, man. And say, dude knows his shit. He gives me a run for my money in Cat vs. SNK. Not gonna lie. He's good.
Let's be
He is
real.
definitely
Terry's an asshole. He sits there and says, "Yeah, I don't play these
good.
games,"
Don't
and
play
all of
these
a sudden
games,
you play them,
he
and then
he kicks your ass.
Yeah. And I was like, "What the fuck? I thought you said you didn't play these games." Oh, well, actually, I didn't play these games today. It's like, oh, okay, get the fuck out of here, you asshole.
Did he beat you in Soul Calibur?
Yeah.
Oh my
he's
god.
He's sitting there. He's like, I don't play 3D. I don't play 3D strategy games. Because I don't understand this. And he was fucking wiping the floor, and I'm sitting. I had to use Ivy. I never use. Okay, look,
Really?
Ivy is top tier for me. Okay, Ivy
I've never fought
and
your Ivy, ever.
no, exactly. Yeah, I don't use Ivy, and like Huang is a cheapy type of character,
Yeah,
but
him and
Ivy
Songfa.
and Siegfried are my go-to like top tier characters,
Mhm.
and Mitsurugi, but
Your Mitsurugi is
But-
pretty good. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
but fucking Terry's sitting there like, oh yeah, I know. I don't play these games because I don't like the. And all of a sudden, like every fucking, and I had to fucking whip out Ivy, and I managed to barely get through it. And you know what? He's like, this is a good game. Fuck you, Terry. I'm coming after you. Listen to me, Terry. I'm coming after you, brother. Ah, the cream.
The cream rises to the top.
I'm coming after you.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, be sure to watch that tomorrow. We're gonna let Macho Man.
Monday Night Madness, me versus Terry.
I'm gonna
Prime
tell you,
time.
you need an ambulance, brother.
I'm coming after you. We're gonna show you just exactly how to do the cream, the crap. Okay, we're good.
Your pet monkey hit me with a folding chair.
Anyway. We have any minions. Be sure to watch tomorrow night for that, and take care, everyone. The zoo is closed.
Night.